real-time conversations with sisters in the Hebrew Israelite community, focused on healing our spirit, mind, and body, which will contribute to the healing of our nation as a whole. Sip a cup of tea, wear your favorite turban, tee, or tunic, and enjoy tea time with Shebrews royalty. Tea Time with Shebrews Royalty features remedies for inner healing and outer beauty. Real-time conversations with sisters in the Hebrew Israelite community, focused on healing our spirit, mind, and body, which will contribute to the healing of our nation as a whole. Sip a cup of tea, wear your favorite turban, tee, or tunic, and enjoy tea time with Shebrews Royalty. She's got the fruits of the spirit, love, joy, and peace. She's got long suffering, gentleness, and goodness, temperance, faith, and meekness too. Shebrews royalty. She's got the fruits of the spirit.
Shalawam, 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 sisters. Can you all hear me? Can you hear me? Let me know if you can hear me. Sister Kida is here. Sister Habkarad is here. Shalawam. Shalawam, sisters. Come on in. Please do me a favor. Hit that like button, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Let everyone know that we are live. We've got an important topic to jump into tonight. So please reach out, send a text, give someone a call, let them know that we are live and we are getting ready to jump right in. How is everyone doing? How are you all doing? Let's get this royal tea party started. Right? Let's do that. But first of all, let's you know how we start this off. We have to give a huge shout out of praise to the Almighty, AHAYAH, ASHAR, AHAYAH, I am that I am, the God of the Hebrews and the Shebrews, in the name of his Son, YASHAYA HaMashiach, whom the world calls Jesus Christ, and the Holy Spirit, RAWACH QADASH. So let us give them, the Godhead, a huge shout out, a praise, a thawada for bringing us back another Sunday. Another Sunday. All praises to the Most High. I am your hostess, Kwala Yakaka, and I humbly thank you for joining me on this broadcast tonight. As you can see, I am dressed for the occasion. I am dressed for the occasion. Sister Halkarad says, I'm doing good. Praise the Most High. All praises to the Most High. That's good to hear, sis. How was your week? How was your week? I pray that everyone had a marvelous week and that your Shabbat, of course, was restful and blessed and edifying. All of that. All of that. All praises. I am just so thrilled to be back. You know, we woke up this morning Wow. Isn't that something? Isn't that a miracle? That we are here today. All praises to the Most High. So let's get these disclaimers out of the way before moving forward. All right. So let me start by saying tea time with Shebrew Royalty is not going to be everybody's cup of tea. And we get that. We understand. We don't expect it to be. However, if you come upon this channel and you realize that you don't agree with our lifestyle, our beliefs, that's okay too. We just encourage you to continue to search YouTube until you find your perfect cup of tea and your perfect flavor. You owe that to yourself. So we wish you the best on your search. But if you happen upon this channel and you're not quite sure if we are or we're not, I encourage you to stick around for a bit, because who knows, you may just acquire a taste for what Shebrew Royalty has to offer. So stick around. All right. Also, although I am a licensed physician assistant, functional nutrition informed professional, CPR BLS, and wilderness first aid instructor, and I will be touching on topics of health and wellness in my broadcasts, we will not be utilizing this platform to treat or diagnose anyone's illnesses. If you are experiencing any medical problems whatsoever, please consult your healthcare provider. And the views that you will hear on this channel are the views of myself or my guests, and not those of any particular church or organization. Some videos and materials may feature foods, herbal teas, nutritional supplements, and skin or hair care products offered through Shebrew Royalty LLC. These products are not evaluated by the FDA and are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Results may vary, and individuals with allergies, underlying health conditions, or who are pregnant or nursing should consult a qualified health professional before using any product or adopting any wellness recommendation shared on this platform or the Shebrew Royalty LLC website. By watching this channel, you acknowledge and agree that you do so at your own risk. The creators, guests, and affiliates of this channel are not liable for any injury, loss, or damage allegedly arising from any information, suggestions, or practices shared here. So, that being said, let's talk about our featured product of the night. Every week, we feature a product from our Shebrew Royalty Temple Treasures or Hebrew Royalty product line. We have so many incredible products to choose from that sometimes it is difficult. However, tonight's featured products is handcrafted specifically for both the Hebrews and the Shebrews. So let's talk about, before we do that, we're going to just talk about the Temple Treasures collection, if you're not already familiar with the product line. So actually, let's just jump right into, I am going to take you to the website. So as I talk, we can scroll and talk at the same time. Let's get to the website. Here we are. Here we are. And like I said, this product that I am featuring tonight is actually from Temple Treasures and the Hebrew Royalty Collection, because it is created specifically for both the Hebrews and the Shebrews. And that product, I am actually going to go over here to the Hebrew Royalty Collection and just feature that tonight. So here we go. Give me just a second. And we're not going to go into all of the information here. We're just going to jump right over to the featured product of the night, which is the Royal Muscle Recovery Oil, which you can find under either the Hebrew Royalty collection or the Temple Treasures collection. But I am going to just go over here and feature it here tonight on the Hebrew Royalty Collection. So the Royal Muscle Recovery Oil, the purpose of this is that it's formulated for both, like I said, both men and women. And this powerful herbal infused oil is designed to soothe muscle tension, ease joint discomfort, and support post-workout recovery naturally. Whether you're healing from physical exertion, chronic pain, or simply in need of deep relaxation, this oil offers triple action relief. So let's talk about the triple action, the benefits of the triple action. Number one in the triple action is muscle recovery. Muscle recovery. So the arnica, comfrey, and calendula helps to relieve pain, inflammation, and bruising while encouraging tissue repair. Number two, joint and nerve comfort. Moringa, castor oil, and olive oils promote deep absorption and circulation, easing joint stiffness and nerve-related discomfort. And the third is aromatic therapeutic support. The warm and anti-inflammatory essential oil blends of eucalyptus, lavender, frankincense, rosemary, and ginger relaxes the mind, supports respiratory ease, and they also enhance healing. So the key ingredients are arnica flowers, calendula petals, comfrey leaves, olive oil, safflower oil, moringa oil, and castor oil. The essential oils in this blend are eucalyptus, lavender, frankincense, rosemary, and ginger. And to use this product, you simply apply generously to sore muscles, aching joints, or areas of tension. Massage in circular motions until fully absorbed. Best used after bathing, workouts, or at bedtime for overnight repair. This oil is for external use only. It is 100% natural, and like I said, it's unisex. So that is our featured product of the night, sisters. That is our featured product of the night. And you can always go to the store and let's see. Go here to Hebrew Royalty Collection and just scroll down until you find the Royal Muscle Recovery Oil. Where is my Royal Muscle Recovery Oil? There we go. It's the first thing. How did I miss that? Just click on that. And here we go. Royal Muscle Recovery Oil. There's all of the information on it right there. And it's $25 and it's worth every penny. I am telling you, it's been actually such a lifesaver for me because I suffer from sometimes occasionally, sometimes more often, from neck pain, tension, sore muscles, all of the above. And that is my go-to in between my chiropractic treatments. So sisters, it really does work. It really does work. So if you're suffering from or if you have any muscle tension, arthritis, this is the oil for you. And once again, 100% organic and natural. Let's see. Let me catch up with the comments here. Sister Hapkara says, I'm actually using some right now on my neck. All praises to the Most High. I use mine every day, sis. I sure do. And most definitely this stuff really works. All praises to the Most High. The water, sis. The water for that. The water for that. Yeah, sisters, I'm telling you, these products are no joke. They really are no joke. They, like I said, when you are using things from the earth, they work. It's as simple as that. That's all I have to say. So, that being said, sisters, you know what time it is. Come on, post. Let me know what time it is. Tell me what time is it. I'm going to give you a hint. That's what time it is. Oh my goodness, this tea is so amazing. It's so delicious. Oh my gosh. So yes, it is absolutely tea time. It is tea time. If you didn't know, now you know what time it is, right? So, how are you celebrating tea time right now? Talk to me. What are you having? What are you sipping on? Drop a comment in the comment box. Please don't be shy, sisters. Drop a comment in the comment box. Let me know what you are sipping on tonight. What is your cup of tea or your glass of beverage, whatever that might be? Come on. Let me know. Give me the tea on what the tea is. Give me the tea on your tea. Talk to me. Y'all are just being really silent tonight. Come on. Come on. Wake up. Wake up. Jump right in and let's have a conversation. Do not allow this conversation to be one-sided. I want to hear what you all have to say as well, right? So before I reveal what my cup of tea is, let's first talk a bit about Shebrew royal teas. Our royal teas are exactly that. They're royal teas. Sister Hapkarat says, I'm having my nice glass of water tonight. Awesome. Very good. Very good, sis. Sip on that water and hydrate, because we're going to be talking about that tonight as well. So I am glad that you're ahead. You are ahead of us already. So our royal teas are a collection of organic loose leaf teas designed to promote inner healing and vitality. We believe that tea is more than a drink. It's a celebration of wellness, a moment of restoration, and a sacred connection to nature. Our handcrafted, all organic teas are intentionally blended using ancient herbal wisdom to nourish the body, calm the mind, and uplift the spirit. Whether you're seeking balance, energy, or deep relaxation, every sip is designed to support your well-being from the inside out. So we want you to experience the power of nature in every cup or glass, because true royalty starts with self-care. Do you believe that? Yeah, we have to care for ourselves, right? So my cup of tea tonight is, and it's actually, well, it is Shebrews Strength Tonic Tea. So check out the name, Tonic Tea. It's a mineral-rich, anti-inflammatory, strength-restoring tonic designed to support the body post-exertion, during healing, or for overall energy, adrenal, and immune health. Crafted to restore strength, build blood, reduce inflammation, and replenish minerals for daily vitality. And this tea / tonic is so absolutely delicious. And I'm going to explain to you how I'm having it tonight. I'm actually I'm actually enjoying it as a tonic tonight, and I will let you know the difference in just a minute. So the ingredients are nettle leaf, oat straw, moringa leaf, ginger root, cinnamon chips, turmeric root, licorice root. That's a lot of stuff, but it's such a delicious blend. All organic, no additives, just the earth's medicine prepared with reverence. So let's talk a little bit about the ingredients and what the benefits are of each ingredient. Nettle leaf is rich in iron, magnesium, and chlorophyll. Oat straw supports the nervous system, promotes recovery. Moringa leaf is nutrient dense. It contains protein, calcium, and antioxidants. Ginger root, which is dried and minced, is an anti-inflammatory. It supports digestion and circulation. Cinnamon chips, warming and sweet, which supports the blood sugar balance. Turmeric root, it's a powerful anti-inflammatory and antioxidant. And then there's licorice root, supports adrenal health and sweetens the blend naturally. So when I mentioned blood building, you may be questioning, well, how does this tea help to build blood? So in the Shebrews Strength Tonic Tea, there are several ingredients that contribute to building blood, which is a concept often rooted in herbal and traditional wellness systems, referring to improving blood quality, volume, and nutrient content, especially beneficial for women. So here are the key herbs that support this function and how they work. So let's start with nettle leaf. This is the primary blood building herb. And how does it help? It's rich in iron, vitamin C, and chlorophyll, all crucial for red blood cell production. The vitamin C content enhances iron absorption. It also contains vitamin K, folate, and trace minerals that support hemoglobin production and overall blood health. Why is it powerful? Nettle is traditionally used to support those with anemia or fatigue due to blood deficiency. Then there's oat straw. This is a nourishing nervine with mineral support. It helps, while not directly as a hematic blood builder. Oat straw is rich in calcium, magnesium, and silica, which nourish the nervous system and indirectly support circulatory health. It helps the body absorb and utilize nutrients more efficiently, supporting overall vitality and recovery. Then there's moringa leaf, iron and protein-rich superfood. It contains iron, amino acids, and vitamin A, C, and E. All are vital for blood formation and antioxidant protection. It also helps to combat nutritional deficiencies that lead to poor blood quality or low energy. Licorice root. This is for adrenal and hormonal support. It supports cortisol balance and strengthens the adrenals, helping the body to manage stress, which can impair blood production. It improves nutrient assimilation, making it easier for the body to rebuild and maintain healthy blood. Turmeric root and ginger. These are circulation enhancers. While not directly blood building, these herbs improve circulation, ensuring better delivery of oxygen and nutrients. They reduce inflammation, creating a better internal environment for healing and regeneration. Turmeric may stimulate red blood cell formation mildly through its liver supportive action. And you can also find this tea. on the website. And I'll take you there once again. Real quickly, let's go back to ShebrewRoyalty.com. And let's run over to royalties. And we just keep scrolling. So many teas to choose from. So many teas to choose from. Just come over here and just browse, sisters. And here we are, Shebrews Strength Tonic Tea. And it's loose leaf. And we're going to run over to the store so you can get a better look at this tea. Once again, you come to the store, you go to royalties. And here we are, Shebrews Strength Tonic Tea. And I just want to take you over here so you can see, get a good look at what the blend looks like. All of this yummy goodness. You can see the cinnamon, the oat straw, the nettle, the turmeric, all of that in here. I am telling you, sisters, and it's so delicious. Oh my gosh, it really is. So run over here and get your cup of tea. All right? I love this tea. I love this tea. So the brewing instructions. If you want a cup of tea, use 1 tablespoon per 8 to 12 ounces of water. Steep covered for 10 to 15 minutes or simmer gently for deeper extraction, especially since there are roots in this blend. Sweeten with raw honey or date syrup if desired. Drink daily to support strength, energy, and recovery. And I paired this tea with the muscle recovery oil tonight for a reason, because they both work together to help with reducing inflammation, to help with sore muscles, and for strength and recovery. So the way that I am enjoying my Shebrews Strength tonight is actually as a tonic. So this is it's really a nourishing herbal infusion. And so this method is used to extract deeper minerals and nutrients. It's ideal for daily strengthening and adrenal support. So what I did is I had 1 quart or 32 ounces of boiled water, spring water, 4 tablespoons of the Shebrews Strength Tonic Tea blend, and I have a quart-size mason jar, and I added the herbs and then poured the hot water over the herbs, tighten the cap on it, and let it sit on the counter. Today, I allowed it to sit for 7 hours, to steep for 7 hours, and then I strained it. And here it is, voila, added some honey. So you can steep it for 4 to 8 hours or even overnight. And then you strain and refrigerate it. I'm actually enjoying it at room temperature. And you can drink it warm or cold throughout the day. You can also sweeten with raw honey or add a slice of lemon or orange for the taste. But I'm telling you, it really is delicious. And so very nutritious. So this tea is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Statements have not been evaluated by the FDA Always consult a qualified health professional before beginning any herbal regimen. And consult a healthcare professional if you are pregnant, nursing, taking medications, or under medical care. That's really important. Again, sisters, like, share, subscribe, and also hit that notification bell. Okay, so let's get this royal tea party started. And please do not forget to go on Instagram. If you're already on Instagram, please follow us on Instagram and let us know that you are there so that we can follow you back. All right. So, sisters, without further ado, it is showtime. It is showtime. We're just rolling right along tonight. We are moving. So shalom again, royal family, and welcome back to Tea Time with Shebrews Royalty, where ancient wisdom meets modern wellness. And we honor the body as the sacred temple that it is. Sister Kita says, I'm drinking water, multitasking, working late this evening. Oh my goodness. I hope you get plenty of rest after this, sis. Make sure you're getting your rest in. So welcome again. Today, or tonight, I should say, we are beginning a powerful new series. Welcome back to the show. This new series is called Woman, Wilderness, and Wisdom. And this first episode is titled Survival Skills That Save Lives. Survival skills that save lives. This is such an important topic. When many people hear the words wilderness survival, they may picture extreme weather, remote mountains, wild forests, or survival experts living off the land, off grid. But the truth is, survival knowledge is not only for experts. It's for everyday women. It is for the woman who enjoys hiking, camping, road trips, nature walks, traveling alone sometimes, or simply wants to be prepared for the unexpected. Because emergencies do not always announce themselves. A wrong turn on a trail, a dead phone battery, a flat tire on a lonely road. Who has ever experienced that? Sudden weather changes, becoming separated from a group, an unexpected injury. Even a short outdoor outing can become dangerous when you are unprepared. Sister Hapkarad says, nice, sis. Nice. What's nice, sis? Talk to me. But the water, I'm glad it's nice. I'm glad it's nice. What's nice? I want to know. But thank you. So this episode is about building a foundation. It's about understanding that survival is not just about strength. It's about awareness. It's about preparation. It is about wisdom. The show topic, awesome. The water, sis, awesome. I'm glad you like it. I'm glad you like it. I thought it was a great topic too, and I think it's very timely as well. I think it's very timely, right? And above all, it is about staying calm enough to make life-saving decisions. That's the key. Staying calm. We don't want to be freaking out, right? Not a good time to freak out. So as a woman and prior active duty Army medic, field medic, I have seen quite a bit. And I'm aware of how important this topic is for women. Even if you don't think that you need this information right now, the future can be quite unpredictable, especially if you're not prepared for the unexpected. As a field medic, I also responded to emergencies and treated a variety of injuries from minor to severe in the field environment. So tonight we're going to talk about why wilderness survival matters for women, the mindset that can protect your life, the first priorities in an emergency, and the importance of preparation before you ever step out into the outdoors. So let's begin. Let's talk about why wilderness survival matters for women. As women, many of us are used to thinking ahead for everyone else, aren't we? We plan for our children, our homes, our schedules, our work, our communities, our churches. But sometimes we do not think enough about our own personal safety in outdoor spaces. And yet, women are hiking more, camping more, traveling more, road tripping more, and seeking peace in nature more than ever before. Nature can be deeply healing. It can restore the mind, calm the spirit, and reconnect us with the beauty of the Most High's creation, doesn't it? Who doesn't like to be out there in nature? I mean, it can be so calming. But healing and beauty do not remove the need for wisdom. We need to use wisdom. I mean, it's like the water. Something when you look at the ocean, when you look at the beach, if you're just sitting there looking at it, it can be so soothing, so calming. But that very same soothing and calming water, if you don't know what to do when you get into that water, that same soothing, calming water can be very dangerous. The outdoors is not dangerous simply because it is wild. The danger often comes from being unaware, unprepared, or too panicked to think clearly when something goes wrong. This is why this conversation matters. Survival skills are not about living in fear. They are about living prepared. They are about having the kind of wisdom that gives you confidence instead of anxiety. Knowing what to do can reduce panic, help you act quickly, and protect your life in moments that truly matter. And let me say this, I say this real clearly. You do not have to become a wilderness expert overnight, because guess what? You won't. Even if you try, you're not going to become a wilderness expert overnight. You do not have to know everything. You do not have to be strong in every area. You simply need a willingness to learn, practice, and prepare. As with anything, my mother always said, practice makes perfect. So even though you're learning these skills tonight, we're going to build on these skills with the future in the series, the future episodes in this series. Every woman can benefit from basic survival knowledge. And that's what we aim to do. These are just basic survival knowledge. So survival begins where? Where does survival begin? One of the most important survival tools you have is your mind. Not your backpack, not your flashlight, not even your supplies. Because as you all know, we have to get all these supplies. But what good do all of these supplies do if our mind is not on survival? Right? So your mind, because the moment something goes wrong, your thoughts will either help you or work against you. One of the most important survival tools that you have is your mind. Once again, it's not your backpack, not your flashlight, not even your supplies, right? And I want to reiterate, because the moment something goes wrong, your thoughts will either help you or work against you. Panic leads people to run blindly, waste energy, forget supplies, make poor decisions, or separate themselves from safety. Panic causes confusion, and confusion can be dangerous. Wisdom in the wilderness starts with learning how to pause, stop. If something is unfamiliar, if you feel like, oh my gosh, I am lost, you don't just start running around frantic, where am I? You pause, you stop, you breathe, you look around, you think clearly, and then you act. A calm woman is far more powerful than a panicked one. Panic leads people to run blindly, once again, waste energy, forget supplies, make poor decisions, or separate themselves from safety. Panic causes confusion, and confusion can be dangerous. So once again, wisdom in the wilderness starts with learning how to pause. So if you are lost, injured, stranded, or uncertain, your first response should not be chaos, right? It shouldn't be chaos. Once again, you don't just start running around, screaming and hollering and crying. That's not what we do. This should be a moment of stillness. Ask yourself, what is happening? What's happening? What is my greatest danger right now? So you are going to have to be very observant. What is my greatest danger right now? That danger could be that it's freezing outside, or it's really, really, really hot outside. It could be that that there may be wildlife close by, snakes, what have you. So what is my greatest danger right now? What do I have with me? Do I have water with me? Do I have a map with me? Do I have a compass with me? Do I have my phone? Even if I have my phone, do I have connection? Am I able to use my phone? What is the safest next step? That kind of thinking can save your life. And the only way that you can think clearly like this is to pause and to just be still. Sometimes survival is less about doing something dramatic and more about refusing to make the situation worse. Because you can. In panic, you can and more than likely will make the situation worse. So when people imagine survival, they often think of finding what first? Food. But in most real life situations, food is not the first concern. Your immediate priorities are much simpler and much more urgent. The first priority is shelter and protection from the elements. So if you are exposed to cold, rain, wind, extreme heat, or even wet clothing, your body can weaken faster than you realize. You may need shade from the sun. You may need to get out of the rain. You may need to insulate yourself from the cold ground. You may need to protect yourself from the wind. So these are, number one, The first priorities of survival. Although during my 14 plus years in the Army, I never went to war, praise the Most High, never had to go to war. But I did participate in numerous field exercises and war games. It was necessary to prepare us in the event that we were deployed on a war mission. But like I said, praise the Most High, I was never deployed to a war zone. But we did participate in winter war games in Germany, the swamps in Louisiana, the deserts in California, and we had to navigate through extreme cold, heat, humidity, sandstorms, hilly terrain, flat terrain, swampy terrain, and not to mention, the wildlife, the snakes, the scorpions, and other wildlife that we encountered while out there. So we had to be prepared for whatever, whenever. And that's what we want to talk about tonight, because it's this kind of mindset that is going to help you to survive. Exposure can become dangerous quickly, especially if you are tired, wet, injured, or out after dark. Let's not forget that. Out after dark, because that's when you really lose your bearing, is in the dark. The second priority is water. Hydration matters. In some environments, lack of water becomes serious very quickly. If you're already sweating, walking, stressed, or under the hot sun, your body is losing more than you think. Water helps you to think clearly and function physically. Even mild dehydration can make you weaker, more confused, and more vulnerable. The third priority is warmth and fire, when appropriate, of course. Fire can provide warmth, comfort, light, a way to signal, and in some situations, a way to purify water. But fire is only useful if it is safe to make and you know how to manage it. You don't want to create a forest fire. We don't want to create a forest fire. So if there's a whole lot of wind out there, we need to be very, very careful when dealing with fire, right? Fire should never create a second emergency. The fourth priority is signaling for help. Many people make the mistake of trying to wander too far in search of rescue when it may be wiser to stay visible and signal for help instead. A whistle, a flashlight, a mirror, bright clothing, smoke, or even deliberate movement in an open area can help rescuers to find you. The fifth priority is first aid. A small injury can become a bigger problem very quickly if it is ignored. Cuts, sprains, blisters, insect stings, dehydration, overheating, and shock all affect your ability to make good decisions. So it's so important that if you know that you're going to be outdoors in the wilderness for a length of time, preparation is key. And we're going to talk about that preparation in the upcoming episodes. So remember this: shelter, water, warmth, signal, and first aid. When you break survival down into priorities, it becomes less overwhelming. So once again, shelter, water, warmth, signal, first aid. When you do this, you stop trying to solve everything at once and start focusing on what matters most. One of the best way to survive danger is to notice warning signs early on. Situational awareness means paying attention before things go wrong, right? It means noticing that the weather is shifting. Suddenly, you may have left when it was bright and sunny outside, and then all of a sudden you notice that it's getting darker. You notice that there's large clouds, dark clouds. So it's noticing the weather is changing, or you're noticing it's getting really, really windy out here suddenly. So these are things that you need to pay attention to. It means recognizing when daylight is fading faster than expected. It means checking how far you've gone and whether you have enough energy to return, right? So if you're going in one direction and your plan is to be back someplace else by a certain time, you need to gauge that and make sure that you will have enough time to make it back to point A before it gets dark or before you run out of energy. It means being aware of the terrain under your feet. It means listening to your instincts when something feels off. You may not even know what it is, but you just have that, what we say, that gut feeling or that intuition, basically the Holy Spirit talking to you and letting you know, hey, you really need to pay more attention to your surroundings and what's going on right now. Many emergencies begin with small ignored signs. So, such as a trail that suddenly feels unfamiliar, clouds darkening overhead, feeling more tired than you expected, realizing you have less water than you thought, that's a biggie, seeing how your phone battery is dropping too low, sensing that you are no longer fully certain of your route. Wisdom says, do not ignore these things. Awareness is not paranoia. It is discernment. So when you are aware, even if you're constantly checking, right? Don't think it's paranoia. These are the things that you need to do. Situational awareness is so important. As women, many of us have a strong intuition. We know how that is, right? When something is not right. Once again, that gut feeling. That intuition should not be dismissed. If something feels off, just pause. Just pause, take a moment once again. Just stop, pause, and assess it. Don't just blow it off. Trusting your instinct is part of protecting yourself. Situational awareness also includes personal safety. If you are outdoors, alone, or in an unfamiliar area, be mindful not only of nature, but of people, surroundings, and escape options. Always looking for a way of escape. And this is even when you're in a building. Whenever you're in a building, you always need to check, if I have to get out of here really fast, where are my escape routes? Situational awareness is so important. Know where you are parked. Know what route you took. Know where others are nearby. Avoid becoming so distracted by your phone. Oh my gosh, that's another thing, right? These phones. These phones. Avoid becoming distracted by your phone, music, or scenery. Sometimes it's just so beautiful. Oh my gosh, look at the hills. Look at this. Look at the water, and you're just gazing and walking and taking pictures and doing all of this. And before you know it, it's like, how did I get here? These things can disconnect you from what is happening around you. Not only can you get lost that way, but you can also miss certain things that could be dangerous. Could be someone that's following you and you don't even realize that this person is following you because you're so focused on the scenery. And awareness gives you time and gives you options. So one of the greatest myths about survival is that it begins when the emergency starts. It does not. It begins before you ever leave home. Shalawam, shalawam, Sister Diane, as my soul prospers. Shalawam, shalawam. Good to see you. So preparation is one of the most loving things that you can do for yourself. Preparation. So before heading into the wilderness or even into a less populated outdoor area, let someone know where you are going. I know sometimes we just feel so adventurous and we just want to go do things and we just want to go do things on our own. And, let me just go for a walk out there in nature. But please let someone know where you're going. Tell them what trail, what park, what road or region you plan to be in. Tell them when you expect to return. If plans change, please update them so they're not worried, they're not panicked. Also, try to travel with a buddy. That is the best. That's the best. Traveling with a buddy, sis. Con. But some of us get a little, oh, I just want to be alone. I just want to be by myself. A buddy is much better. Yes, rather than calling the buddy and saying, hey, I'm going to be gone for a while. This is where I'm going. I should be back at this time. How about calling the buddy and say, hey, you want to go for a walk with me? You want to go to this trail or what have you? That's a better option. You are so correct. That one step can make an enormous difference if something goes wrong, which we always hope and we always pray that nothing goes wrong. But hey, we're here. Life, doesn't it? As they say, life be lifing. So sometimes some weird things happen, right? So to avoid that, we have to be more aware and more prepared. So this is about preparation before you even leave home. Carry basic essentials. You don't need to overcomplicate it. Even a small bag can contain items that matter, such as water, a snack, a flashlight, a whistle, a phone, a charging source for your phone, a basic first aid kit, and weather appropriate layers. If you know that you're in an area where the weather just changes, like it's bipolar, right? I've been in certain places like that where you wake up in the morning and the sun comes out and it's all bright and sunny out there. And then in a couple of hours, that changes. And next thing you know, hail is falling from the sky. And then after hail falls for maybe a couple of hours, it's nice and sunny again. And then next thing you know, there's a tornado watch. I've lived in places like that. So if you're in a place like that you know that the weather just changes like that, and especially if it goes from hot to cold or all of that, make sure that you wear weather appropriate layers. Good shoes matter as well. Good shoes matter. Proper clothing matter. A map matters. As a matter of fact, AAA, if you are a AAA member, please go to AAA and collect your free maps. Please do that. I have a map for my area here. I have a map for Europe. I have a map for just about every country and continent you can think of. all from AAA. Who knows? I may just drop in to Europe one day, maybe. You never know. And if I do, I'll have my map. Just in case the GPS thing goes haywire, right? We can't depend on those things. So the GPS just may go haywire. Always have a paper map. And not only having a paper map, but you have to learn how to read these maps, right? Because it's no good to you if you don't know how to use it, whatever it is, right? So start with getting a map. And if you're not familiar with how to read a map, let's talk. Let's talk about it. Let's have a map reading class or something. So a fully charged phone matters. Even something as simple as a lighter, emergency blanket, a small multi-tool can make a difference. And do not dress for the moment. Dress for the possibility that conditions may change, such as what I'm wearing. This is just a simple example right here. I'm wearing like a fleece dress. It's breathable, but it's still a little thick. But then over that I'm wearing this fleecy, puffy jacket here. So if I go out there and it's nice and cool right now, and I'm walking and I get hot, I can remove one layer. It's a short sleeve dress. And then if it gets cool again, then I can put this back on. So think about layers. Sister Dan says, speaking of weather appropriate clothing, I really like that fleece that you are wearing. Oh, I'm talking about that right now. Sister Koala, that's your wilderness fleece. Khan says it's my wilderness fleece. And the strangest thing says, talking about my wilderness fleece, I have a wilderness jacket. It's a camouflage as well. And I think my camouflage jacket went to the wilderness without me, because I looked everywhere, because that was the plan was for me to wear the jacket. Shalawam, Sister Donna. Shalawam. Good to see you. Yeah, my plan today was to wear my camouflage jacket. I think it's something. It's cotton and something. It's a blend, I know, of something. But that was my plan. And I looked in every closet, and I have a closet where I just have jackets and coats. And that's where all of my jackets and coats usually are. And that camouflage jacket is not there. And I looked everywhere. So I opted, this was my go-to after I couldn't find that. So I went with my fleece. But that's a little backstory about how the fleece ended up being featured tonight. So I don't know where that jacket is. So I don't know. So anyhow, dress for the moment, or do not dress for the moment, dress for the possibility that conditions may change. So if you are going farther than just a simple walk, you need to think ahead. Ask yourself the question, what if I get delayed? What if it gets colder? What if I lose cell service? What if I twist my ankle? This isn't paranoia, sisters. This is not paranoia. These are the things that you need to think about, because you need to think worst case scenario. And like I said, pray that it doesn't happen. But if it does, at least you've already thought about that. What if I have to stay in place longer than planned? If I get there and something happens to where I'm not able to leave, maybe the weather changed, like I said. Preparation does not mean expecting a disaster. It means respecting reality. And that is reality, that things can change at the drop of a hat. It means understanding that small steps taken ahead of time can prevent larger problems later. Right? Better safe than sorry. Sometimes what harms people most is not the original problem, but the response to it. So these are some of the common mistakes that makes emergencies worse. One common mistake is moving too quickly without a plan. Moving too quickly without a plan. When people feel fear, they often start walking really fast. Have you noticed that? I mean, we see it in the movies all the time. Where someone feels like they're being followed, what do? They start and they're looking back and they're moving really fast, right? Changing directions randomly or using up precious energy trying to fix everything immediately. That can increase exhaustion and make it harder to be found. Another mistake is separating from important supplies. A woman, we may set our bag down for convenience and then forget it, move without it. Or you may not bring your essentials at all because you assumed that you would be only out for a short time. So these are some things to think about. Always think, what if I don't get back in a short time? What if my return is delayed? Do I have things in place that will sustain me for a certain X number of time, of hours or days even? Another mistake is waiting too long to respond to early warning signs. By the time someone admits they are lost, dangerously tired, too cold, or low on water, the situation may already be more serious than it needed to be. You don't wait until you just have a little drop of water in your water bottle to say, oh my gosh, I'm almost out of water and I've got to walk back 5 miles. Another mistake is being too embarrassed to turn back. Pride has led many people deeper into danger. There's no shame in saying, wow, this is farther than I expected, or, this weather is changing. I need to head back now. There's no shame in that. I know you may have made plans to do a 10-mile hike and you've only gone 5 miles and you're already really tired, or you're already, almost out of water. Don't say, I said I'm going to do 10 miles, doggone it, and I'm going to do this 10 miles even if it kills me. Because it just might. It just might. So to avoid that, be aware and just say, okay, maybe next time I'll do 10 miles, but today I'm headed back. I think Kita is asked how to get maps from AAA. Oh, I missed that. I missed that question. The water for that, sis. You just go to AAA. Just go to AAA and ask them for the maps. That's it. Just walk in and they have the maps right there behind the counter, and they'll ask you, where do you need a map for? And I just said everywhere. And they gave me a map for everywhere. All of the maps that they have, they gave me one of each. And as a matter of fact, I did ask for extras and I gave them out. So I got 2 of each. So you're welcome, sis. I am the bar. So wisdom is knowing when to keep going and when to stop. That's wisdom. And one more mistake is assuming someone else will always know what to do. Oh, I don't need to know that because I'm going with such and such and such and such and such and such always knows what to do. Wrong. Such and such may not show up. Such and such may end up having an accident and they need you now to respond. So what do? So every woman should have at least a basic understanding of how to help herself. Even if others are present, your own awareness and preparation matter. That's really important. So one of the reasons I wanted to begin this series is because too many women have been taught to think safety is something outside of them, something only experts can provide, or something they do not need to think about until a crisis happens. That is wrong. Preparedness is part of stewardship. Learning survival skills does not make you fearful, it makes you equipped. It teaches you to stay grounded. It teaches you to think ahead, teaches you to respect the outdoors without being intimidated by it. And that's really important. You can't be intimidated of the outdoors and what comes with it. It teaches you calmness, right? Calmness can be cultivated. And it teaches you that wisdom is one of the greatest forms of strength. Wisdom. So the place that we want to get to is to have confidence through skills, not fear. But once again, you don't need to master everything at once. Start with understanding priorities. Start with carrying essentials. Start with learning how to pause instead of panic. Start with telling someone where you are going, or as Sister Diane said, get a buddy to go with you. Start with becoming more observant. And start with one skill at a time. One skill at a time. So the woman who prepares is not weak. What is she? She's wise. The woman who pays attention is not fearful. She's discerning. The woman who learns survival is not expecting the worst. She's honoring the gift of life enough to protect it. And that's the key. That's what we are trying to do, right? Survival is all about protecting and preserving your life. So as we close this first episode, I know it's a short episode, but I think we packed a lot in there. This is the first episode of Woman, Wilderness, and Wisdom. So I want to leave you with this. Survival is not about fear. It's about wisdom. It's about understanding that life can change quickly. Yes, a lot can happen really fast. And being ready to respond with calm, awareness, and knowledge. And the only way to be able to respond that way is to become more observant, to learn these skills. First of all, learn these skills, and not just learn them and just pack them away, put them on a shelf. Practice these skills every time you walk out your door. Every single time you walk out your door, act as though you are going to the wilderness, because you just might. Isn't that the reality? When you walk out that door, there may be a time when you don't come back to the house, right? So we have to now walk with that mindset that when I walk out this door, I may be going to the wilderness. So that's why we have to start thinking this way, being prepared at all times. And like I said, you don't have to know everything today, but what you learn today can protect you tomorrow. So let this be the starting point. Learn the basics, respect the outdoors, pay attention, prepare ahead, and never underestimate the power of a calm and thoughtful mind. Sister Diane says preparing is caring and taking accountability. Absolutely, sis. I 100% agree. Absolutely. Yes. And once again, learn the basics. This is your starting point. Respect the outdoors, pay attention, prepare ahead, and never underestimate the power of a calm and thoughtful mind. So this has been Woman, Wilderness, and Wisdom, where knowledge, preparedness, and presence of mind come together to help protect and preserve life. In our next episode, we're going to talk about what every woman should pack for a wilderness emergency. What every woman should pack for a wilderness emergency. So you can build a simple, practical foundation before you ever step into the outdoors. And these are some of the things that we need to be doing right now. These are some of the things. And, I just think that this is the perfect time for us to do this together. Because a lot of times when we're doing this at home alone, it seems so daunting. It's like, oh my gosh, I got to do this, I got to do that. I don't have time to do this and time to do that. But when we come together like this, we're able to share ideas, and it just makes it so much more exciting, doesn't it? Sister Arapas, Shalom, our beautiful sister. I'm on the tail end of this topic. Thank you for the good and insightful information. Much love. So what is this? And who am I speaking with? Who is at Arapas 7? The water for joining us. The water. And you are most welcome, sis. You are most welcome. And you can, Sister Sarah. Oh, Shalawam, sis. Shalawam. Sister Sarah, I did not know that. Okay. Well, now I know. Welcome. It's so good to see you. Shalawam. But you can always go back and watch it from the beginning. And please share. Please share this. Shalom. Back at you, beautiful. So this channel is not monetized, but if you find the information that is presented on this channel to be useful and valuable to you, please feel free to give a donation to the cause. Nothing is too small or large. Shebrew Royalty LLC and Tea Time with Shebrew Royalty are labors of love and appreciation, sisters. So what I present on this channel and create and offer on ShebrewRoyalty.com comes from a place of love, care, and appreciation for each and every one of you, for myself, and most importantly, the Most High, for His, this is His gift to me. This has been His gift to me, to be able to come on this platform on Sunday and to have tea and conversation with my beautiful sisters, and for us to just have this time of bonding. And I am just so thankful to the Most High for doing this. So we appreciate any gift that the Most High puts on your heart to donate. Donations may be sent to $Shebrew Royalty on Cash App. Please be sure to specify donation as the purpose of the transaction. And Tawada in advance for your generosity. Really appreciate you. But the best way to support us is by visiting ShebrewRoyalty.com and purchasing one of our all organic skincare products from either our Temple Treasures collection, made for the queens, of course, or from our Hebrew Royalty collection, specifically crafted for our kings. And don't forget our royalties collection as well. If you haven't experienced our products, please check out our review page on ShebrewRoyalty.com and check out what our customers are saying. Have a blessed evening and week, sisters. The water, Sister Kita, you as well. The water, be blessed. So let's continue to grow this channel so that the information can reach Shebrews throughout the four corners of the earth. And even those that are not Shebrews but are willing to be a part of our community. So we are to let our light shine so that others can be led to the source of the light. Thank you. Before I go, does anyone have any questions before I go? Before I leave, let me just scroll back through and make sure that there were no other questions. Have a blessed night, Sister Sarah. I guess not. Okay. Have a blessed week, everyone. I love you all and always appreciate you taking time out of your very busy schedules to have tea and conversation with me. The water. If this episode spoke to your heart, share it with another sister that may need this information. Know that I'm praying for you. I'm praying for us. So until the Most High brings us back together again, may you prosper and be in excellent health. And remember, true healing begins inwardly before it is expressed outwardly. So, beloved, I thank you for joining me for another healing moment on Tea Time with Shebrew Royalty. Until next time, stay aware, stay prepared, and walk in wisdom. I'm your hostess, Kwala Yakaka, a voice of reasoning and justice. And as always, this is Tea Time with Shebrew Royalty. Shalom. Have a blessed week. And if it's the Most High will, I will see you all back here next Sunday, same tea time, same tea channel. Have a good night, sisters. Have a blessed week. I love you all. Ahabatha. Shalawam. Shalawam, family. Shalawam.